This ought to be fun.
Stop Killing Games initiative. Peter, that's going to kill the entire live service industry. I just told you I've signed it, Thor. You don't have to convince me. So I saw Thor was pissed off about this.
I've been called a pedophile, zoophile, rapist, corporate plant, degenerate, narcissist, and they attacked.
Bro had to leave his job. He had to leave his job because of how he bashed the guy that made Stop Killing Games for the EU.
All the accomplishments over my life, despite physical evidence to prove to the contrary. So I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that your initiative gets everything you asked for, but
I don't like him. I used to watch him quite a bit. But I noticed that he likes to humble brag a lot. Like, oh, my dad worked at Blizzard. I'm a hacker. I do this stuff and I do that stuff. And it would be like 5 and 6 times a stream. 5 and 6 times a stream of like, you don't know who I am. My dad works at Blizzard. I worked at Blizzard. I was a hacker. I worked for the one place, and it's like, dude, like, what are you doing?
I'll leave it there.
I think this is really...
But I kind of saw the cast iron horse being made with this guy, and I was like, I've had enough humble bragging. I think I'm good. Because I kind of... It happens a lot with newer streamers. They try to build themselves up on a golden chair, and it's just a chair made out of shit. That's pretty much the best way I could describe it. It's bull. Like, oh, I worked at so-and-so job, I did so-and-so, and it's like, no, you really didn't.
Unfair by Thor. The people that did that were from Classic WoW. They weren't from Stop Killing Games. You should hope the Classic WoW servers get shut down, or they add in like Titan forging the Classic WoW. I don't think it was that big of a thing from Stop Killing Games. Apparently, a lobbying group has made a statement about Stop Killing Games. If anyone doubts how powerful the EU
and this is... So the Stop Killing Games initiative, it's supposed to make it to where when games reach end of life, like a multiplayer game, the company that makes them has to continue support or give up the code so that way the community can continue supporting the game. That's pretty much what it means. So, like, they shut down a server that for an online-only game, they can't do that anymore. And I hear that a lot of people are like, well, maybe just don't buy the game. Well, then maybe just don't make the game if you don't intend on keeping it around forever. I could just as easily say that. It's a consumer protection issue. Because if you buy something and a week later it shuts down, that's a problem. Because you spent money on it, and you're entitled to that money. Or that product that you spent your money on.
Initiative can be. Video Games Europe, an industry lobbying group, has unsurprisingly come out against Stop Killing Games. Video Games Europe said in their statement, decision to discontinue online services is multifaceted, never taken lightly, and must be an option for companies when an online service is no longer commercially viable. Again, that's not even what people are asking for. People are not asking for you to provide online services forever. There is no reason why players can't play peer-to-peer. They're twisting it again. It's included in the petition. They watched PirateSoftware's video. And in addition,
And that was another reason why I stopped watching PirateSoftware. His take on multiplayer games is disgusting. I'm sure there are a lot of people that agree or disagree with it, but his take on multiplayer games is why should they cater to single-player players whenever it's a multiplayer game? And I'll tell you why. The reason for it is because the vast majority of people surprisingly want to play a single-player experience. Big surprise. So why would you hinder your community by only making it a multiplayer experience when you could have a solid, huge chunk of money based on the single-player experience? Exactly.
Titles are designed from the ground up to be online only. In effect, these proposals would curtail developer choice. No, It's just that you have to provide an option for players to be able to play peer-to-peer. Private servers are not always a viable option for players, as the protections we put in place to secure players' data, remove illegal content, and combat unsafe community content would not exist and would have rights holders liable. No, it wouldn't. You don't have to regulate the entire internet. And also, if you are, then maybe we should solve that problem too. How about we stop creating this apparatus of retardation that
Yeah, like, so they're just trying to come up with other excuses. It's the excuse circle, is what it is. It's a made-up problem that starts the circle. It's the, oh, well, here we go. This controller needs to be updated. No, it doesn't. It never did. Well, it needs to be updated in case it gets hacked. Who the fuck hacks a controller? Well, it's just how it is. No. 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 That's not how it is. What are they gonna do? What information could they possibly get if somebody hacks this controller? What could they possibly get from my console if they hack this controller? No. No. No.
Everybody has to fucking play gymnastics around because a bunch of lawyers want to make money. Cybersecurity argument? Oh yeah, let's go ahead and let's hear the cybersecurity argument from Sony. Oh no! Sony says that if somebody else is running it, your stuff might get hacked. Oh my god, imagine if that happened. So Billy Mitchell said that he was going to sue Thor. Donkey Kong himself.
Oh, he's just insane. Okay, no, he did actually talk about it. I'll just send him over to my legal team. Whatever, man. Have fun.
Yeah,
PirateSoftware will be sued.
People
okay,
suing
bud.
each other, getting into all this shit. Oh my god.
That's crazy.